This is our small berry Mourvedre. These vines are very old. They're grown in Oakley, California, where Cline Cellars got its start. This vineyard has eucalyptus trees nearby, and it flavors this Mourvedre wine with a neat touch of eucalyptus mint to it. This is a very small production wine. This is our most expensive wine also. Just that neat, lovely eucalyptus mint combined with the chocolate and cherry you get from the Mourvedre grape. This is one of what we call our single vineyard Zins here at Cline Cellars. This is Bridgehead Zin, named for the road, Bridgehead Road, that is next to it. These vines are very old, planted in the early 1900s, 100% Zinfandel, aged in French oak. Good acid, that neat strawberry, that neat spicy strawberry you get from Zinfandel, and just a great mouthfeel to it. This is another one of Cline Cellars' single vineyard Zinfandels. This one we call Live Oak. 100% Zinfandel from Oakley, California. The vineyards are adjacent to Live Oak Road. We pick these grapes the ripest of all of the Zinfandels. So therefore you get a higher amount of sugar, which means you have a higher alcohol, a bigger body. So this is probably our biggest, most mouth-filling Zinfandel that we produce. Live Oak Zinfandel. It's very flavorful. There's a tremendous amount of dark fruit in this wine, and the oak shines through nicely. I'll also use the most amount of new oak on this wine than I do for any of our Zinfandels. So if you have a blockbuster food that you want to pair a Zin with, this is a good candidate, Live Oak Zin. This is our 2008 Cline Cellars Sonoma County Syrah. This is a great value. This comes from our estate Sonoma County vineyards on the Sonoma coast and here in Carneros both. It being a cool grown Syrah offers up those bright flavors of blueberry and black pepper, of course. It's just a very reasonably priced wine for what you get. And it's aged in French oak. If you want to try a good example of a cool grown Syrah at a very good price, Cline Cellars Sonoma County Syrah. This is our 2008 Ancient Vine Carignan from Cline Cellars. This one is 100% Carignan grape. Carignan is a grape that came from the Carignan district in Spain and then moved to the Rhone Valley in France some time ago. It's one of the most widely planted grapes in the world, except you rarely see it as a varietal. This gives you a good chance to see what a neat old vine Carignan tastes like. We pick these grapes ripe, hence they make big-bodied red wines. Tobaccos and plums overlaid with a nice toasty oak. It's a mouth-filling wine. It's very flavorful. This is our 2008 Oakley 5 Reds. This is probably our most affordable red wine, and we have 5 different varieties that go into this. It's Merlot, it's Zinfandel, it's Barbera, it's Petit Syrah, and it's Alicante Bouschet. It makes for a really complex blend. You know, there's a lot of herbal character to it that we get from our cool-grown Merlot, our hillside Sonoma County Merlot. And yet there's a nice berry, and you can pick up the flavors from the French oak. This is Cline Cellars 2009 Oakley 4 Whites. This is a very fun blend. This is a blend of Sauvignon Blanc Muscat, which has a real flowery component to it. It's a blend of a grape called Palomino that's almost winked out of existence. We have 70-year-old vines of Palomino, a white variety. It's Malvasia Bianca, which is also a floral variety, and Viognier. We make it without any oak at all, and it takes on a really neat, crisp, dry, herbal, but fruity component to it too. It's a great value. If you like Sauvignon Blanc, give this one a try. This is Cline Cellars 2009 Mourvedre Rosé. Mourvedre is a red grape. We treat it just like a white wine in the sense that we take the juice off the skins early so you don't pick up any color, but you just pick up enough to give the wine a blush. So this is 100% Rhone-based Mourvedre from Contra Costa, California. There is a very neat berry and honey and orange component to this wine, with also a good acidity that makes it very, very drinkable. Rose petals too. This is our 2009 Marsanne Roussanne. It's made from two grapes, Marsanne and Roussanne. Roussanne was Thomas Jefferson's favorite grape variety. There are very few acres of Marsanne and very few acres of Roussanne in California. They're both Rhone varietals. We make this without any oak at all. It's 100% estate-grown fruit, very limited in production. There's a minerally herbal character to this wine that is very interesting. So if you want to try an interesting white wine, give this one a shot. This is Cline Cellars 2007 Los Carneros Syrah. So this is our estate fruit grown behind the winery. This is probably the most aggressive red wine we make in the sense that it's cool grown Syrah, but this particular spot produces wines with a lot of tannin and a bitter element to it that's very interesting to a lot of people. It is, I would call this wine dark, chewy chocolate with a lot of dark fruit to it too, with just that really interesting. And when I say bitter, I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in that it's just in the background there that sort of perks up the flavor of this wine. Very limited production.